Fiona is in Hampstead. Fiona, good evening. What's your question?
Oh, hello, Daniel. Thank you for taking my call. I have an accountant that I've used for over 10 years, pay on my personal tax return at about £500 set rate per year.
Wow, that's cheap, Fiona.
Is it? Well, it's probably a bit more than that, 600 plus VAT or something. But this year I had an extra charge. Well, I didn't have an extra charge, sorry. I had an extra job, which was to do a capital gains tax calculation for me. I spoke to him and the guy did that. And then I got the invoice last week, and the invoice was the normal £600 plus VAT, plus another £300 for the capital gains tax calculation, which had not been discussed with me or agreed with me at any time. I just wondered if I was legally within my rights not to pay it.
Do you think that he's expected to do extra work for no money?
Well, no, but obviously, if I would expect, it's always been a set price. He's never charged me in over 10 years anything extra over the price, even though, you often have things that come up within the year, that you discuss and have emails through and things like that.
But presumably the previous chats during the course of the year for the fixed price has been to do with income tax, whereas capital gains tax is different, isn't it?
Well, there are all sorts of things that you discuss with them over the year, really. It could be capital gains. It could be, should I move a property into a trust? It could be all sorts of things. Should I move a property into a company? Anything.
Wow, you discuss moving properties into a trust and your accountant only charges you £600, Fiona. Goodness, I would throw my arms around this accountant and give them lots of love and not do anything that might get them to dump me as a client, because I can promise you will not find another accountant to do all that for you for £600 plus VAT. But that, of course, is not why you're phoning me. Is it a he or a she? I want to use the correct pronoun.
He, yeah, he.
Is he entitled?
I'm quite happy to pay less, but, I just felt it was wrong not to have any warning, really, or agreement. Just, somebody to say, you realise this will cost you more money, and then, you're forewarned, forearmed, and I could have decided.
Yeah, I understand that. How much was the capital gains tax, incidentally?
That I had to pay?
Yeah.
It was nothing, actually, and I knew it would be nothing, because I had...
So did he save you money?
No, I knew it myself. I supplied him all the information, and I know all you have to do is put the cost of what you bought it for, the cost against what you sold it for, and any costs involving solicitors or anything in between. Yeah. So I knew, also you have an allowance, of course, a capital gains allowance. It came within that. It would have been about £5.
So here's the answer, Fiona. It depends on what the terms of your original agreement were with him dating back all those years. If the original agreement was, I will do all of Fiona's tax work, no matter what it is, for a fixed fee, then he can't charge you more than that fixed fee unless he discusses and agrees it with you first. If the agreement was, I will do all of Fiona's income tax work for her, and then you ask him to do extra work that doesn't form part of income tax, then he is entitled to charge a reasonable fee. And £300 would represent an hour's work for a professional, maybe an hour and a half. I don't know what his hourly rate is, but it doesn't sound unreasonable to me. But it all turns on what the original agreement was, Fiona.
I've called a few accountants this week, and they would have said they would have charged between 100 and 150.
You've said that he's willing to accept less?
No, I haven't discussed that with him yet.
Okay.
I'm writing the letter tomorrow.
Okay. Well, it all depends on the terms of the original agreement. It'll be in writing somewhere. You may not have a copy, but you can ask him for a copy. But just be cautious over what sounds like a relatively modest amount when you're on an amazing deal. Be cautious about ruining that deal, Fiona. But your decision. Fiona, thank you so much for the call.